Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video, we are going to be talking about TAAT Life, Lifestyle and Wellness Ltd. Could this become a $1 billion or more company in the near future once the product is launched? I think there's a possibility, but it would require big money to funnel money into this company, because I know that retail investors cannot make this company $1 billion. It has to be some big investors, like people who are rich. Because let's be honest, retail investors are too greedy to pump this to $1 billion, in my opinion. And it also requires the success of the product. If a lot of smokers decide to switch to lifestyle wellness from tobacco products, then yes. But will they? Or will they, will this product help them quit smoking? And then once they quit smoking, they just quit this product altogether and don't smoke anything. That's also a possibility, because cigarettes are addictive and people come back because of the nicotine. This doesn't have any nicotine, so once people get off the tobacco, once people are not addicted to nicotine anymore, will they just overall stop smoking this product? That's the one concern I have. The biggest reason why cigarettes companies are doing so well is because their product is addictive because of nicotine. This doesn't have any nicotine. So once, this product might be a substitute for nicotine, but will people continuously use this product like they would continuously use a pack of cigarette? Because I know, I've known smokers, I know people who smoked, and they usually buy about 2, maybe 3 packs a week of cigarettes. They spend about $200 a month on cigarettes. Will they spend $200 a month on TAAT products instead of cigarettes? Or will this be an occasional thing? Or will they use this and then once they get off cigarettes, they'll stop using this? That is the biggest question. But this does sound really cool. Like this product really sounds really cool. It tastes like cigarettes, but there's no nicotine of cigarettes, and they brand it beyond tobacco, which is very smart. And right now it has a total market cap of $96 million, which is not very much money. And just recently there was a news saying that first production scale batch of Beyond Tobacco material completed, shipped to manufacturer to make commercial samples. This news came out, the stock popped literally 16.81%, and the volume wasn't even that good too. It was only like 700,000 volume. There was less volume on this pop than there was on this pop, so that means that people are actually holding on to their share, and the float was tighter, and that's the reason why it popped up 20 cents on not even that much volume, in my opinion. So people are slowly buying the stock and not really selling. So that's what I think is happening. That's the reason why I think the stock is going up without too much volume, because I think a lot of people are holding on to the stock, hoping this becomes the next tobacco company, in my opinion. If you guys not aware, when I bought Aurora back here, so back here, Aurora was around $800 to $1 billion. So, if Aurora traded on the Canadian Security Exchange back in the day, made $0, like they barely made any money back in the day. They had 10, 15,000 patients, and they were making like a couple $1,000,000, and they weren't even profitable, and they were worth almost $1 billion Canadian. TAAT right now is worth $96 million Canadian, and they're going to market very soon. But MJ was cool back then because it was like it was a new market, and it had such a high potential, and it attracted probably super rich investors. That's why the stock held up. And then when when Canopy got their deal with Constellation Brand, the stock blew up and went all the way up to 14 Canadian dollars. It was valued at 3 or 4 billion Canadian dollars back in the day. And the market was so excited, everyone was excited, and my channel also blew up. And then it traded sideways for a long time, and the market went legal, and the Canadian market didn't turn out what it was, and the stock sold off. And also Aurora had some massive problems, and now Aurora is valued at 973 million Canadian dollars. So it basically went back to the same market cap that it once had back in the day. So yeah, could Aurora keep going down? Absolutely, but we'll see what happens in the near future. The lower it goes, the more attractive it looks to me. So that's just my opinion. So could TAAT? TAAT has a really tight share structure of about 69.75 million shares right now, and the market is very excited for the company. So, like, according to the investor presentation, the cigarette market is expected to reach 934.5 billion. Cigarette and tobacco manufacturer industry is up $47.7 billion. Over 1.1 billion people smoke tobacco, so there's a big market out there for tobacco. And if they can even capture even 100 million people out of that 1.1 billion that consistently buy the products, this company could be worth billions of dollars in my opinion. Global, yeah, so that's pretty big. And then they also plan to be in like retailers like 7-Eleven, Mac, Chevron, Duty Free, Costco wholesale. That would be big if they got into Costco wholesale. Really big, that's my opinion. And then they also plan to be on Amazon.com too. So that's pretty big deal if they actually get their products on Amazon. I maybe, but right now I can't really even find hemp products on Amazon.com. So I think Amazon is no longer selling hemp products. So I don't know. That's gonna be tough. But if they could get it on Amazon, that would be a pretty big deal. And also Philip Morris International, one of the, I think he had a big role in Philip Morris. He left Philip Morris and went to TAAT. Why? Because he probably sees a vision in TAAT, and he thinks that he can probably turn the company into a multi-billion-dollar company in the future. So he decided to become the CEO. And we look at Philip Morris, it's a $121 billion company, and TAAT is a $960 million company in Canadian market cap, and in US they are worth 84 million. They are worth $62.5 million. And so yes, they have significant room to move to the upside in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. So some big news came out for Very Good Butchers. I also included in this video. Why? Because I'm invested in this company, And I think that Very Good Butchers also has a potential to be at least $1 billion company in the near future. Like, probably in 2021, there's a good possibility that this could be $1 billion company once the U.S. factory is up and the Canadian Vancouver facility is operational and running. Then yeah, I think the stock could get rewarded big time. But that's just my opinion. And there's also a chance that it may not, and it might just trade sideways for a very long time. But you know, once the U.S. factory is open, I think that's going to be very exciting, and I think the stock could pop. And I think that I also think that there's a possibility that Very Good Butchers can, in 2021, will get listed on the Nasdaq. And then once it gets listed on the Nasdaq, institutional investors can get involved, and then this stock could run all the way up to $1 billion next year, maybe 2022. That would be pretty awesome because I'm a shareholder, but you know, the market could also crash, though there could be a big buying opportunity in the near future here. I'm holding this one long term, even though the market could crash. It's very dangerous, and if it does, I definitely would pick up more shares. High Tide is a profitable company. They're growing. They're making a lot. They're making like $4 million of profit, and you know, down the road, they'll continue to make between $4 to $5 million, just the High Tide company alone. And then soon they will be merging with Meta. So once Meta and High Tide comes merge, they could be potentially making $6 to $7 million per quarter, which would be around $25 million a year of profit. $25 million is a lot of money. If they can consistently make $25 million per year of profit, they will be able to pay off all their debt. And then if their stock price is continuing to be the same, then they can bring down their share float by buying back their stock, or they can just continue to grow and hope that the market rewards their stock price. I am hoping that High Tide 5 years down the road could become $1 billion company. Somebody you have to start from somewhere, and hopefully High Tide can, since they can list it on the Canadian Security Exchange, hopefully maybe they can purchase some U.S. assets before the U.S. legalization, and maybe even grow their revenues and profit even more, and really impress shareholders in the future. I'm hoping that's a scenario. I don't know if it is, but there's also a chance that they might do a reverse split too, so that's a little dangerous. But they have a lot, once they merge with Meta, they're gonna have a decent amount of shares, so they might consider it, so they can use their stock to continue to acquire stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe for future updates, and have a great day. Bye.